Well, good morning, everybody. Oh, oh, we're here. Wow, this is, interesting. Where's my hair? Okay, there's my hair. I'm losing my hair over this, chat. I'm losing my fucking hair over this. Holy shit, get me out of here. Yeah. Yeah, chat. Yeah. Yeah. Chat, this has been one of the craziest 12 hours of my life. I have to say, I am flabbergasted, to say the least. Wow, what it is just fucking Tuesday, and I am just left speechless, chat. Literally speechless. Wow. Wow, we have a lot to talk about. Chat. I have not been able to be 100% upfront with you about some stuff. I did hint at this, but I wasn't able to tell you because of obviously of confidentiality, of anonymity. I'm in contact with somebody that is connected with Vshojo, and I have some information today that I want to reveal to all of you that hopefully will paint some additional context with what we're going to be discussing today, because everything is absolutely on fire, guys. Look, we saw the signs. We talked about this, and we didn't want to assume the worst, right? But we saw all the staff leaving. We saw all the former co-owner of Vshojo leaving. We saw managers leaving. We saw Centrail leaving. We saw Giga leaving. We saw so many people leaving, chat. But never in a million years did I expect to load up my YouTube, and get a notification that Ironmouse is leaving. And not only because she's leaving, because she hasn't been paid properly, but on top of that, allegedly over $500,000 in charity funds are still owed to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, chat. Absolutely insane situation. Today, guys, I know this is a developing story. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. This is a developing story, chat. I mean, we have things even coming in right now with Pia saying that she was one of the people that passed the Vshojo auditions. So there is a lot to discuss here, chat. I guess Pia is going to be addressing. This is a very developing situation, chat. Trust me, I'll be discussing this more tomorrow. However, I do want to discuss what has happened in the past 12 or so hours. Discuss everything up to at least what I feel like is a good cutoff point. Pia, yeah, apparently Pia just released a tweet that said, here, I was one of the girls who passed the Vshojo audition. After 4 years of blood, sweat, and slime, I believe I'd really made it. That's a late night's sacrifice meant something more. I was excited to take a huge leap with the community I built as me, but after learning what happened with Mousie's charity funds, I couldn't in good conscience move forward to my contract, and it all came crashing down. Wow, a lot to discuss, guys. Please understand that this is a developing story. Please post it inside of VTuber news stories if you want to discuss any of that stuff. So, wow, absolutely crazy, chat. You know what's yo, Ada, thank you so much for gifting a sub. I appreciate you. It's very crazy that we're hearing all this stuff about Vshojo, chat, and if you knew a little bit of what I knew, I think you would see a little bit of the writing on the wall. However, not to this level, chat. So we're going to discuss what's going on with Mousy. We're going to discuss what's going on with, of course, Project Melody. We're going to talk about Kson. We're going to talk about Kura. All kinds of people. Please shoot me that link. I'll be glad to take a look at that as well. So absolutely insane, guys, that unfortunately, the financial woes of this company has led to somebody or a group of people being absolutely nefarious and deplorable, doing some very horrible things, chat. And because of what they've done, now they have hurt not only their talents, but also staff members as well. And the information I'm going to reveal to you today, chat, paints a very, very bleak picture for what was going on behind the scenes financially. So I will share all that with you after we get through all of this stuff. I also want to talk about some context that has happened the past couple of days, even months, even years ago, where we're going to be looking at what Vebe said, Somerville said a long time ago. Look at some stuff that's happened recently. Look at some context that Ironmouse put out there. And then also, we're going to talk about everybody weighing in on this, everybody talking about it. Absolutely crazy, guys. If you want to shoot me that link for Michi, I'm okay with that as well. Or drop it in VTuber news stories inside of my Discord. That'd be great. Thank you guys for the hype chain as well. I appreciate you all. I mean, it does go back for a while. I do want to discuss that. I also want to talk about how Shibuya also released a little bit of information as well. You might know Shibu Kayo. She released a little bit of information. We also have, of course, Jenna Maori, Meowri, also released some information as well. Thank you so much for that, Spoonie. I appreciate that. I will take that and add that into my stuff. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about all the reactions. We'll take a look at some special events here coming up. About Mousy, we're also going to talk about people that allegedly dodged the Vshojo auditions. We're also going to be taking a look here. I don't know what happened with Kson this morning. I was up bright and early to watch Kson stream, getting all that information, getting ready for all of that. She revealed quite a bit. Translations are still coming in on that, so hopefully I'll be able to get you all of that starting tomorrow. Of course, I want to talk about what Sea-Dog said. I want to talk about some things I know and share with you my information that I have from a connected source. Yeah, chat, it's going to be a lot today, so, you know, I hope that you brought your fucking seatbelts. Fuck all your seatbelts. Batman, thanks for giving us up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Kitty. It sounds like we don't have, I don't know, 63 hours left. I saw that video by Ironmouse. I feel bad for Queen. Yeah, we're gonna discuss it, guys. But
it
first,
really does hurt my heart to see
it kills me.
Ironmouse,
It kills me.
one of the kindest souls in the tuber community.
It really does. It kills me. Look, guys, we talk about Mousy. She is literally the queen, chat. She is such a good person with a good heart, helping so many people. And to see this being done to her is just, it's heartbreaking, chat. Now, I want to remind all of you very quickly, and I want to call this out right now. I know there's a lot of speculation. I know there's a lot of rumors and things like that. I really, really encourage you not to keep spreading rumors and conjecture without actual proof. It's okay to talk about what's going on, but guys, I'm seeing way too much of y'all getting very crazy about stuff when you don't actually know any information. And it's better to wait till you get some of the information. I also want you to wait until I tell you a little bit, because I think that's going to add a lot of context that you guys, it's going to put a lot of puzzle pieces together for you. I think a lot of you are going to go, light bulb, like, oh. So guys, please don't spread the rumor mill. Not yet, at least. Let's wait to see what's going on. We don't know everything yet. I know a lot of people are trying to go after Gunrun. I'm already very aware about Project Melody leaving, so thank you for that. That is already in the title. So speculation, assumptions, even reasonable, are just not facts. Exactly. So all we can do is go off facts, chat. So hopefully I'll be able to update you on everything that's going on. And then, of course, I'll give you a little bit of context. But first, guys, I got to tell you about the things that have gone on, so that way when I give you this stuff, it'll all kind of make sense. So, facts are simple. Ironmouse have been paid for a long time. Exactly. And her charity has been provided her money either. 500 towns also leaving Vshojo. Things are looking good for the reputation of that corp. But big boy, well, one thing people are not talking about enough of is the lead up to it. Is what led to this moment, chat. Not so much the charity stuff, but why did Giga leave? Why did Centrea leave? Why did a bunch of other people leave, right? I'm hoping today with my extra information, I can give you a little bit of context in that and as to why some of these talents decided to step away from Vshojo. Thank you so much for 5 months. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the hype train stuff. So, a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. Guys, I want to remind all of you, please be respectful. Don't go after anybody. We don't even know how much gun run is involved yet. You know what I mean? Like, I know everybody's like putting up the pitchforks and I understand your frustration. I understand your anger. Trust me, guys. I'm fucking pissed off for Mousy too. I'm very, very pissed. But let's wait and see what is going on. We don't know yet. We don't know who is entirely responsible. It could be one person, it could be 5 people for all we know. So maybe somebody embezzled money. I don't know, chat. But we need to wait and find out. Well, Laura, if you need screenshots of the scrub Twitter bio, Sam. Nah, it's all good. I got a Spoonie, but I appreciate it. Yeah, the sharks are coming in. I'm actually definitely going to see the recommendation as you mentioned in the video. Started about having attorneys involved. Exactly. So I think very much let the legalities proceed. Let everything, kind of continue. Let everything happen, chat. But what we're going to discuss is proof. That's right. Dance for the proof. Dance for the facts, baby. Dance for the facts. We only go up back there. Me too, so that's cheap money as well. Yes, I got that as well, Grimwheel. I got that as well. Thank you so much. So, we will get into all of it. So, at least where we are right now, chat, we're all the way caught up to Michi Mochibi, breaking away from Vshojo. So now we have K9 Kuro, Project Melody, Kson, and Ironmouse herself, all leaving. Guys, I have been up in 6 o'clock this morning watching Kson stream, getting all this together for y'all because this is just craziness. Gunrun also just left. Wait, what? What? Time the fuck out. Hold on. What? I don't see anything about that. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. So I hear everybody saying like Gunrun left as CEO, but I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. His even if you look on his LinkedIn, it still says that he's CEO of Vshojo. So do you have any proof for that? I mean, I'm okay. It's okay if I'm wrong. You know, I just want the proof behind it. I don't think Gunrun has stepped away. Yeah, I think that's misinformation from what I know. But feel free to prove me wrong. Yeah, feel free to prove me wrong. But I'm pretty sure he has not left. Yeah, Sauce, exactly. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still listed as CEO, even on his Twitter, on his LinkedIn, stuff like that. So, but guys, again, we don't know if Gunrun how responsible he is. He's not left. It's just misinformation. That's what I thought. Thank you. Like, guys, we don't know yet. So please wait for all of the information to come forward about what's happening. And of course, chat, there's gonna be moments, legally wise, that we're gonna have to wait for information to come out. So, BT is live right now. She announced it right now. Yes, I already got that Metal Gunner. Thank you so much. So, we're definitely gonna dive into all of it. I want to let everybody get here. And like I said, I want to kind of divulge my information a little bit later. Thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support for the subathon. So, guys, I did announce, if you missed it, I feel like Mousy has done such an amazing job for all of us. Guys, if I can ask you a question really quick, and just type 1. Has Mousy personally, yeah, lockdown, we just talked about it. Has Mousy had an influence on you? If Mousy has done something, a positive influence on you, or even just in a small way, could you type 1 for me in chat? I think most everybody would type 1 in chat. I'm 99% sure. Most everybody would say that Mousy has had some kind of personal effect on them in a positive way. I want you all to know, chat, that I feel the same way, very much so. I think that she's been such a positive influence on all of us. She's worked so hard. She busted her fucking ass during the subathon. And I think it's our turn to get back, chat. So I'm going to be hosting an event this weekend with a bunch of VTubers. We're going to try to do a takeover event. Currently, we have almost 300 people signed up as part of this event, at least in the Discord. But it's going to be basically Vverse 3.0. We are going to try to
against the odds.
Get together and do something really special for her. and raise as much money as we can for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. So I will give you a bunch of information on that here in a bit. But I hope that you will join me this weekend, a bunch of other VTubers, because we are going to try and, of course, raise money for that. I think that that's the only way that I know how to give back. But I think that we owe it to Mousy already, guys. Yeah, she has raised over $300,000 already, which is incredible. I want to set a goal of $100,000. I know that seems like a lot. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it, guys. So I think we can do it. Yeah, and I know everybody's going to be talking about this. My goal for today is to recap all of you, as well as provide you the contacts that you need. Thank you, official. We are aware. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But can you get a pin where we are, maybe? I think a lot of people keep kind of commenting the same thing. So maybe just let everybody know that we're aware that Michi, Project Melody, and everybody has left. You know that's weird. Vshojo not having a chief financial officer. Yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, it sounds like a lot of people. Basically, the best way I can say it is from the notes that I gathered in the Kson stream. Basically, the CEO of JP said that the English side didn't really know what they were doing, and the finances were run really poorly. And because of that, we're seeing the results that we saw now. So, yeah, I know that. I did want to give you some context as to why the staff was paid before Kson was. Obviously, you know, talent should be aware that talent should be treated as staff and be paid properly. There are some different laws in regards to that. They might sign them differently. So we will look at that as well. I know Legal Mindset is covering some stuff. He probably has some good things to say. He probably knows some things that we don't know because obviously he's a professional. So we will wait on that information. And guys, I will follow up tomorrow on this. We will have another news. I'm very convinced we're probably going to be talking about this for the next few days. We're probably going to be talking about this every day till Friday. I think so. Yes, I agree. What's up, Nick? How are you? But first, guys, I want to check with all of you. How are you holding up? I know this is a tough one. This is, you know, with Cinder, we've already had so much fucking shit go down. We've had all this Ninja Sanji stuff. Now we've had this go down. How are you guys? How are you? Are you okay, guys? Are you holding up to this? Yeah, I can't even imagine, Sugar Lily. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I'm in shock. Really and honestly, this is I knew it was a little bad, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew a little bit more, I think, than the average person. And I knew that it was not great, but I never in a million years thought it was this bad, chat, especially with you know, charity money. I mean, it's fucking the fucking YouTuber guy, the completionist. It's the completionist all over again. Like, this is so bad. It's so bad. My blood is still boiling right now, guys. I know that you're angry. I know that you're upset. Please do me a favor, guys. If I can give you some advice.
Twitter for a week until I downloaded it yesterday, and then I started
I don't blame
reading
you.
that.
I don't
Tempted
blame
to
you.
uninstall Twitter again. No, Mega lol.
So what I want to give you guys is take your frustration up in a positive way. Okay, chat. If you're frustrated, donate to Mousy. Donate to the people that are holding events. Help go support the people that are doing things in a positive way, right? Go support the talents. Come this weekend to the event that I'm gonna hold. Go and watch some other streamers. Support people right now. I know we have the pitchforks up. I know that we want to attack people, but guys, listen to me. Please, right now, have some grace and some understanding for the talents. Support them right now. That is the best thing you can do. Don't go on Twitter and be like, you know, burn down Vshojo and gun run. Guys, right now, I get you're frustrated. Let's wait till we get all the full story and go and support the talent. And now go send a heart to Michi. Go send a heart. Leave a nice comment for Project Melody on her Twitter, guys. These things add up in a very big way, Chad. So please, if you can, do those things. I think that's the best thing you can do right now. until we know more. And then, guys, so you know, we can, you know, kill the beast or
Stealing
whatever
from people
later.
with serious and life-threatening diseases. 500K.
Horrible.
This is worse than what iDubbbz and Anissa tried.
Exactly, guys. Support Ironmouse. And of course, I will give you the link for that as well. So a little bit of good news on top of this, guys. You know, Cassius raised a ton of money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation for this. I'm really hoping through this and the event we hold this weekend, we can cross that 500,000 together. So now we know why Zen and Giga left for their chances none of the members are paid. Siryu. Them not getting paid is actually not the whole reason why they left. And that's what I want to discuss with you all today with the information that I have available. I think a lot of people think that, however, that is not entirely the case. So that is the context I'm hoping to give you guys today. Yeah, chat, yeah. Now with Matara, I think that from the way that it sounded like Vshojo just separated from her. I do want to hear what happened, but my guess is, my best guesstimation is that Vshojo just separated with her for financial reasons. We're going to be talking a lot about finances, chat, because Vshojo's finances are a huge reason why all of this stuff has happened. Not everything was very hunky-dory behind closed doors, chat. Behind closed doors, a lot of finances were falling apart. Really, really bad. Yeah, really, really bad. One after another within a span of a few months, yep. And we knew it started with Matara almost, right? We were kind of like, what's going on with that? And then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. We also knew that why they let down Amada, she known to be scared. A professional, they knew they couldn't tackle her, it's my theory. Maybe so can Kami, but I do also think it has a lot to do with the context I'll give you guys a little bit later. I think it has a lot to do with that. Wow. Absolutely insane. This was not the company I expected to have to talk about this with today, chat. Not the company I expected to have to discuss this about, but without further ado, guys, I do want to discuss what is going on. So let's get right into it. And of course, chat, we're going to take a look here at what has happened with Ironmouse. And obviously, we need to take a look where it's all started here recently, which is, of course, her video as to why she left Vshojo, chat. So anyway, guys, let's take a look. Everybody do me a favor, type 2 in the chat if you're ready to buckle your seatbelts. And let's get right into it. Yeah, I do want to talk about, I mean, you said something similar about their finances. Yeah, I'm going to paint you a story here in a bit. But let me give you all the information before I give you my stuff, because once I give you my stuff, it'll make a lot more sense, but I got to give you the rest of it. So that way it all comes together, right? Anyway, guys, so let's take a look here what Mousy had to say. Almost at 1 million views already 18 hours ago. And this video is titled, Why She Left Vshojo. So if you don't have any idea what's going on, here you go, guys. Let's do it.
I am leaving Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo.
So I want to put this in perspective again, chap. Ironmouse uses Vshojo as the way to pay her, right? To help with her anonymity, things like that. Have a middleman, right? But because of Vshojo and their incompetence, whatever you want to call it, right? They have not properly paid her. And talking about a little bit of future stuff, chat, they've not paid a ton of other creators. But on top of this, what's most egregious, chat, what's most fucking diabolical and deplorable is that over $500,000 is owed to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, a fucking charity, a foundation that helps people in need. And Vshojo has not donated that money yet. I don't care what you say, chat. That is one of the most deplorable, horrible things you can do as a person, as a corporation, as an entity, I don't care who you are. Stealing from charity is one of the worst things that you can possibly do. Point blank, period. There is no fucking other words for it. That is god awful. And especially to do that to somebody who's so passionate like Ironmouse is. To literally strip something she's so passionate about fires me up in a way I have not been fired up in a long time, chat. I am so upset for Mousy right now. I try to keep my emotions in check, but chat, I want you to know I'm pissed. I'm angry on behalf of Mousy. This is not okay in any way, shape, or form. And now, chat, everybody is having to leave. And we're still wondering where these funds are going to be paid. Yeah, for us, when I was watching Kson stream earlier, guys, I'll tell you this, I'll reiterate it in a bit, but guess what? Yeah, guess what, chat? Kson hasn't been paid since September of last year.
I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now...
It's almost a year, chat. It's almost a year. We're going to talk about Kson's situation a little bit more in depth, but Michi hasn't been paid. Allegedly, I haven't seen that yet. That's just news, so I will get to that when I can, but apparently Michi hasn't been paid. Kson hasn't been paid. And another thing, chat, which I'm going to talk about, the way that Vshojo tried to deal with stuff financially, not only, of course, is stealing from charity, but they have also affected not only the talents' lives, but also the staff's lives as well, chat. We're going to get into that.
I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold.
And that's the best way to treat it.
One day,
Mousy's right.
I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of Vshojo. If you give me a moment of your time,
drop into news stories.
I just want to tell
you
you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you were ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called, which means I get sick a lot.
Look, I'm just saying that like, Mousy to me is like the purest single entity that exists. I don't know another way to say this, chat, but like, Ironmouse is like the fucking like Jesus Christ of VTubing. He's the purest, most wholesome like entity that everybody puts up on like a step stool and puts her up at the highest form of celebration. And honestly, she fucking deserves it. You're right. She's not Jesus. She's Satan. They put her up to be literally admired and talk about how amazing she is, and she literally is. She is the Superman of VTubing. Absolutely. The purest and best. The purest and best.
And
it's
it
so
caused
true.
me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time.
Yeah, guys, a little bit of breaking news. I've added this to my list, so we'll get to it. But in case you missed it, guys, Amelie has now officially terminated her contract with Vshojo. Guys, I will let you know there's going to be a lot of breaking news in this stream. So please bear with me. I will try to report on it. I do have a lot of stuff in order that I got to cover, but I will get to it and try to keep you guys up to date on what's going on. But now, guys, we have Kuro, Melody, Amelie, Michi, Ironmouse. Everybody is leaving.
Make some friends, play games.
Amelie too.
And just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an
FaceRig, I
anime
forgot about
avatar
that.
to stream. And that's how I started VTubing. it took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join Vshojo, and it was through Vshojo that I was able to grow into the Ironmouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked
Have
to
I done
join
featuring
Vshojo,
before? I remember at least seeing it and like people talking about like that was the original like VTube studio. I never tried it, but I do know it's like the start of it. You know what I mean? Maybe Kid Big Lord, that'd be great.
it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why
That's sad.
streaming worked for me.
I was really sad to listen to this video chat because unfortunately there's some stuff that Mousy says in here. And I kind of had an inkling of this, but unfortunately it is actually true. That she felt very guilt-tripped about stuff, and that's
I
horrible.
had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling
Oh, poor
to make
poor Mousy. She's such a good person. Like seriously, like she thinks like she's always so humble. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that about her so
a
much.
decision
I just want to give her a hug. I
because
swear to
I
God.
was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and
I think we all feel that in a way, especially right now, chat. I can't speak for all of you, but I can at least tell you for me, you know, I used to trust Vshojo, and please, I thought they were amazing guys, and it sucks to watch the death of Vshojo and the people involved in this. It's sad. It's the people that we often trust the most are the ones that disappoint us all. I agree. I agree. Aruka, if you want to post that in news stories, I'd appreciate it. Can you audition for Vshojo? Do you regret it? So Rocky, that's a good question. I'll actually tell you about my Vshojo audition. So I made my stuff. I had everything together. And at the last second, I decided not to submit it. And the reason was for that is because of TrueTuber. I decided that I would not have the time anymore. I was going to. I had everything and I decided not to submit anymore. Which, it was more for personal reasons. It wasn't like I thought anything was bad with Vshojo at the time. But, I think that, I mean, in hindsight, of course, I'm glad that I dodged the bullet, right? But for me, like, the reason that I didn't ultimately submit was because of TrueTuber. I believed in us. I believed in our merchandise. I still believe in Waifu. If we can get Waifu kind of off the ground. But there's a lot of stuff that I want to personally do that I think that a corpo would not be a good fit for me with that. So, but anyway, let's continue here. I know that Zentria just released some information now. We'll cover that. Obviously, we need to start from the beginning, guys.
1,001 other things. But I ultimately decided to join Vshojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company. And I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed.
I find this funny, chap. He says, I was told I was always needed for the companies to succeed. Yeah, you were fucking right. Because the fucking Ouroboros is like self-fulfilling prophecy, bro. You literally be Shoujo, self-fulfilling prophecy. Good lord, you're right. Vshojo was nothing without you, Mousy.
Although that was very
You're
positive to
absolutely
hear,
right, Mousy.
it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt tripped into signing. I felt
And I think that's
responsible.
horrible. I think it's so. How are you doing, Seiko? Hope you're doing good. I think it's just horrible. And this is one of my worries. I think for anybody that's part of an agency, right? Like maybe we talk about like Callie or Kiara or anybody that's part of Hololive, right? How much is their pressure, right? How much are they guilt tripped into doing stuff? We don't know, and I don't want to comment negatively on Hololive, but we now can confirm that Mousy was put in uncomfortable situations and guilted a lot, and that sucks. That sucks.
For everybody. I
Oh my
felt
god, girl, I've been
responsible for
up since
staff
so early this morning.
and talent alike, and I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so
I'm not sure, Stuart. She says she was guilt tripped to sign. I don't know if it's renewal. I mean, it sounds like she was constantly pressured to upkeep the company in a big way. So, like, I think that it was just pressure in general, right? So, I think you, Chris. Yeah, Vshojo is sinking harder than the Ninja Sanji yacht out here. I can't believe I'm going to say this, chat, but mark my words. The Vshojo ship sunk faster than Ninja Sanji's yacht. I can't believe it.
So one amazing
Crazy.
thing for me
Never
was
expected
the
that.
fact that Vshojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information. So that was
Which is great.
always a blessing to me. As
Which is
time
great.
went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me
Yep.
to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around 4 million.
So I want to give you a little context here, right, chat? I remember where Mousy said that, I want to take over my own finances. I wanted to start doing things on my own. I didn't feel like something was right. Chat, who remembers, chat, this tweet right here, back on June 24th. I stood up for myself recently, and it's really scary, but I'm glad I did it in the end. That is context right there, chat. That right here gives a ton of context to what Mousy is talking about. I believe this tweet was very much in line with what she started standing up for herself about. I think that's what this was about. And chat, hopefully it can paint you all this context as we continue, because there's a lot more. A lot more.
$1 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon,
Chris, basically everybody's leaving right now, but I'm going to get to
decided
that.
donate half the earnings of my following 2 subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over
Amazing.
$29,350
Absolutely amazing.
to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and
Pretty much,
the
Alberta.
subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record.
I know that I have a theory about a little bit of that. So we haven't heard from Fruit or Haruka or Hinya, right? Hinya said that she's going to be talking about stuff. I believe it's later today. So we should have a follow-up on that. Fruit, she's been pretty disconnected. I know she was trying to come back recently, so she's probably reeling from it. Haruka, I believe, is already in talks with Vshojo about exiting, probably very similar to how Inankura was. Again, I'll provide all that proof and context here in just a bit. Yeah, I forgot. Hime hasn't really said a lot other than like, what the fuck?
But this also meant that we had raised $515,000
Yep, exactly, Paula. Really
for
sad.
the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Really, really sad for
I
fruit.
once again asked Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, Vshojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me.
Unacceptable, chat. But where's that guy that screams like unacceptable? That is literally that moment right here. Mousy has given so much back to so many other people. It's such a positive force for you not to donate that money to keep it, whatever, right? A limit grab, yeah. To keep that money, whatever you did, right? Because it went through Ironmouse, right? She donated half of her sub money to charity, right? All that money initially went to Vshojo, right? It didn't all go through Tiltify. So somebody kept that money and did something with it. And that's what's fucked up, chat. That's what's fucked up.
Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Yeah, you got it,
They
Nick,
help
exactly.
people with primary immune deficiency diseases or PI.
I can't
which
imagine,
are
Shady. I
inherited
would be
disorders
absolutely
where a
distraught.
part of the body's
I would
immune
be
system
destroyed over this,
is
to be honest.
missing or doesn't
I am destroyed over this. This is like, this makes me so upset.
function properly.
So
It
upset. I trusted Vshojo. I trusted this company. I really, really thought they were a force of good. And to have that flipped on its head really sucks. And now, chat, a lot of people are going to look at Corpos and are going to side-eye them. Because now, after Ninja Sanji, after, you know, fucking Whackter, after Vshojo, now we can't look at a Corpo without doubling back and having to constantly double check ourselves and go, oh my god, is it really a good corpo out there? It sucks. We have to second guess ourselves all the time now. And it's horrible. There should be a company that stands out there for good. It's horrible, chat. And I feel like right now, the only people that I can trust is Hololive to a point, SVA and Lucid. And that's it. I feel like the rest of them are just not.
makes people
Oh yeah, Brookie, I'm breaking it all down. I got you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Welcome
make
in.
me more prone to infection. And
I don't really know enough about Face Connect. It's hard for me to say.
this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency
Isn't VTuber on a
Foundation
group?
is a
I don't think they're a
charity that
corpo.
is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting
I know,
really
Brookie.
bad,
I know.
the Immune Deficiency
I'm gonna get into
Foundation
it.
helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified.
I mean, again, I don't know about Face Connect. I don't know enough about them to comment on Face Connect. I mean, it seems like they're doing positive, so I guess. But look, guys, when I make a comment on stuff, I guess I need to be a little bit more forthcoming with some information here. Oh my god, I punched my microphone. I'm sorry. Let me be a little bit more forthcoming about some information, chat. I know a lot of things that I'm not allowed to talk about. I know people that work within a lot of agencies or affiliated with agencies or managed for agencies or stuff like that. There are things that I cannot talk about or share with you because of confidentiality. So when I say like I don't know much about a company, I literally don't know much about a company, period. Like FaZe, I don't know anything, chat. I legitimately don't know anything about FaZe. Now, if there's other companies out there, you know, I might know a little bit, right? But I'm telling you again, the only companies I trust right now are SVA, Hololive to a point, and even if we don't know much with them, right? And Lucid. That's it. Those are the only people I know enough of to trust. Now with FaZe, I don't really know, but they seem okay, you know, but I have no connection there, so it's hard for me to say.
Clyde,
I'm sorry I punched Mr. Mike. I'm sorry I talk with my hands.
I was lonely and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to
It's so
recap,
sad. You can hear how like this has hurt her.
I
You know what I
believe
mean,
that I
chat?
am owed a
You can
significant
just
amount
hear
of
it in her
funds,
voice.
which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from.
Guys, I want to put this in perspective. Mousy has like a lot of medical bills, right? For them not to properly pay her out. I mean, it's a hypothetical, right? But like, I'm sure she's okay financially. But even at the end of the day, like, she needs to pay for her medical stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is horrible. This is horrible.
From Vshojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right
And guys, we are going to be waiting for a while to hear about a lot of these specifics. Okay, guys, we are going to be waiting a while to hear about some of the specifics on this because there's a lot of legality involved, chap. There's a lot of different laws involved across international waters. It's going to be a lot.
now,
It's going to be a
I
lot.
am an independent VTuber. I am
I
at
can
a
do a
loss
stand
of
with her,
what to
chat.
do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. I really, like I said, I really.
It breaks my heart more than anything, chat, to hear Mousy have to apologize for something that she didn't even do. That breaks my heart. That really hurts. That she's apologizing to all these people when fucking Vshojo was the one that screwed her over, you know? Oh, that kills me. That just, God, that kills me, chat. I mean, that just, oh my God, that hurts. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying not to like get too emotional about it, but that just hits me. That just, hi, Kitsu. How are you? It's good to see you.
Really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency
Yep.
Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity.
I hope you're feeling better,
That
cutie. I'm
link
so
is also
sorry.
there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month,
Yep.
I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a
I
lot
don't
of
blame you,
singing
Ama. I don't blame you at all.
and a lot of fun, and
I'd be
just a
pissed.
day full
I
of
am pissed. You know,
happiness.
I'm
I
livid.
just
But
honestly really want to show
I can't
that
imagine how
after
you
all
feel in
this,
particular.
that VTubing is a force for good.
Yep.
So thank you guys so much for all the support, and
Yep.
thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay. Bye bye.
I want to remind you all, chap, as Mousy said, that even though this is a horrible thing that's going on, now is the time to flip the script. VTubing is a force for good, right? And I think that there is some good that we can do out of all of this. And I want to talk to you about that here in just a moment. But kind of looking here what Mousy said, Mousy, what I want to say to my community, I love you all dearly and thank you. You know, everybody just sending your love. Connor saying we got you, Crow hearts, Doki hearts. I mean, everybody just sending love. You know, she's just, it just kills me to see what she's having to go through. Guys, if you could, please take a look here at this link. They are raising money right now. Ironmouse is raising money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. This was the one that she put in the links in her video chat. Already so far, they're just shy of $400,000, which is incredible. I love that so much. Like gamer subs, $15,000. Trading it because Vshojo just stole the first one. Oh my god. I mean, I saw that Doki donated a bunch of money. I mean, people are coming out to make a difference on this. Oh, look at Doki, guys. Doki doing a $10,000 donation. Tricky, 2,000. Shiro beats 1,000. I mean, so many people are stepping up to make a difference in this. So, if you can, guys, if you want to donate, please donate. If you want to wait till this weekend when we raise money, that's fine too, guys. Just donate if you can. Even VTube Studio donated $12,000. I mean, insane, guys. That's just absolutely incredible. So people are out here doing a lot of good despite everything that is going on. So I have to describe the VTuber community as ravenously supportive. No one throws money at good causes, even merch launches quite the same way. It's so true. The VTuber community is ravenous, to say the least, on one side or the other. Guys, I mean, this is blowing up to talk about this situation, right, guys? We have the Economic Times reporting on this. We have the Tribune reporting on this, chat. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Even the Tribune is reporting on this. Fucking Sports Illustrated is reporting on this. I mean, everybody is talking about it. Guys, for God's sake, Jesus Christ himself is discussing this. Even Jesus is upset. Jesus is upset, chat. This is permeated everywhere, chat. Everywhere, chat. It is literally everywhere. Everybody is talking about this. I didn't know Jesus followed me. Wow, chat, I might actually be saved. Oh my god, Jesus follows me. Let's go. Anyway, guys, everybody is talking about this. This is permeated mainstream media. This is a huge, huge deal. Now, I want to talk about a few things that have been going on. To give you context, I know that I showed you that past Ironmouse tweet. However, I want to show you something that happened the other day. Now, this was a little tinfoil hat. This is a little tinfoil hat, but Lord Athelstan, who is a good friend of Ironmouse, did go on to make this very specific statement, chat. Now, again, it's a little tinfoil hat, but I want you to listen, okay? Just hear me out, okay?
My lord, are you joining Vshojo? I don't know, man. Hey, if they make me an offer, $2 million, join Vshojo, $500,000 at least, $500K, join Vshojo.
Why did he say 500K specifically? Like I said, a little tinfoil hat, but interesting. This only happened 5 days ago, chat.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'd do it. Are you kidding me? 500K? My lord, are you...
Nah, this is very tinfoil hat, guys. This is very tinfoil hat, but at least it's a meme. I gotta point it out. Because I do want to go back and talk about some stuff that happened a while ago. Yeah, he's a prophet. At best, chat, it's a meme. But very interesting. Now, I want to go back, chat, and rewind. April 26, 2023, chat. You guys remember this, right? Well, this post was made with, of course, Vebe and Silverwheel says, Indie Bitches. Now, taking a look here, Vay said, since this post got so much traction, people are speculating as to why I left and blaming other talent for it. I didn't like that at all. I left because new contracts didn't make any financial sense to me. Looking at this older context, looking at the fact that some of this stuff didn't financially make sense, I want to reveal some information to you guys in a bit that paints a really strong picture as to the horrible financial struggles of Vshojo behind the scenes, chat. The horrible financial situation that's been going on behind the scenes with them. Very crazy what we're going to talk about. So first, let's go take a look here at what all of the talents have to say about this going on right now, chat. So of course, Centrea, Her first response was just, yeah. Some of you have questions I can't legally answer. Please know it wasn't for me to bring to light, but it's fucked up and I'm upset. You have the right to know as well. I can't disclose info at this time, but I'm angry with you all, or angry alongside with you. I think is what she meant there. Then Tori goes on to say that, you know, my heart hurts a lot about the situation and for the Vshojo community. Hold on in a bit, Zero. I'll get to it. My heart hurts for the Vshojo community. As I know some of you are very confused and hurt. It's been super confusing months for many of you. I know you're all trying to weather it out. I'll support those who you can and please stay strong. Of course, as I'm, told you all, since Tori can't really answer anything legally, guys, so please don't try to push her for that information. But just now, like literally, like breaking fucking news chat, Centuria tweets this up. Someone who worked with Vshojo was giving out info. What the fuck? Are we so fucking serious? The gun run, dude, what the absolute fuck? I wasn't aware of this. I'm assuming the others weren't either. Did you know? Let's go take a look at the updated version of it. So someone who worked with Vshojo was giving out info. What the fuck? Are we so serious? Gun run, dude, what the absolute fuck? I wasn't aware of this, and I'm assuming the others didn't either. Did you know? Edit, reading it was the JP side, and it's so fucked, dude. It still stands on. I personally don't even know what all happened behind the scenes on the end. I just followed so blindly leading Vshojo thinking it's all cool, man. Fuck me for being stupid. So guys, when we dive into a little bit of extra info here and talking about the Kson interview as well as some information that somebody else revealed, this is going to make a lot more sense. So kind of put this up on the shelf. Keep this for later, chat. This is going to make a lot more sense here in just a bit. Sayu literally just said, what the fuck? Yeah, where's the money gun run? Here's my thing though about that. We don't know if it's just gun run. It might have been other people too. You know what I mean? On top of that, chat, just now tweeting up, literally about 30 minutes ago, Amelie says, as of today, I'll be terminating my contract with Vshojo effective immediately, and I'll be returning to being an independent creator and content creator, or independent VTuber and content creator. Nothing about my content will change as I was indie for the 18 years before shining with Vshojo, and I retain my IP. My love goes out to the talents and wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your continued support as we look towards the future. I think so as well, Cat Lover, but here's my thing about it. I think the gun run's responsible, but I also think that maybe potentially some other people were responsible. We don't know yet. All we can do is wait for the information, right? Of course, everybody goes on to respond to Lily Hearts. Sayu says, so sorry, dude, you keep killing it. Gary gives loves and hugs. As well, I think so as well, Shadow. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take away from gun run at all. But what I'm saying is, like, we don't know everything, right? So we just have to wait. That's what I'm saying. Is like we just have to wait for all the details. Let's go take a look here at more stuff. Of course, Kson Kuro. His response. I think you can't see it, but it was just like a shocked emoji. Of course, Kson Kuro. Where did his tweet go? Okay, here it is. I was gonna say, Kson Kuro also goes on to say, I didn't want to say anything until it's finalized, but since people keep making assumptions, no, I am not staying here at Vshojo. Already submitted a leave contract and had that meeting 11 days ago. Only reason to still have the Vshojo brand logo on here is because they have to remove it themselves. As an associate, you cannot remove it yourself. Same with every other member. So keep that in mind, chat. If you see the little badge, they can't remove those manually themselves. In any case, I'm just waiting for the contract to be fulfilled and done, but I guess I'm ending now. LOL. So Kson Kuro has also left. On top of that as well, guys, looking at Project Melody, tweeting out, I feel sick. I need to think. Don't blame her at all. Project Melody goes on to say, we didn't make a statement because I was always anxious and struggling to find my words. But yes, I'm leaving Vshojo. I was an OG talent, but everything into this corpo, but I'm beyond devastated at what happened. And I never in a million years thought I'd be saying these words. Guys, this is a big deal. Project Melody literally started Vshojo. For her to leave is insane. That's one of your founding members, that's like removing the engine out of your car. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Thank you for the follows, by the way. I promise you, I think you're a little late, sweetheart. We've already covered that, but thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. Absolutely horrible, chat. Absolutely horrible. I feel so bad for all of these talents right now. They're just all just leaving. You know, Fruit was supposed to come back. Fruit actually giving a little teaser here. You heard the people want their frog back. Fortunately, my schedule line once again giving a little teaser here. Well, chat, Fruit definitely got the worst of it. She literally teased she was coming back. And then on top of that, bada bing, she goes, holy shit, what the fuck is going on here, chat? Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Insane, chat. Fruit goes on to respond as well, adding to this a little bit more just, what the fuck? And this was, of course, to this one here as well. So, everybody's just reeling from it. Haruka goes on to say, I'm tired. That's all we've really heard from Haruka right now. I'm sure we'll hear more from her in the future, chat. On top of that, just some breaking news here from Michi. Michi started out her statement saying, I'm sorry, I legally can't say anything yet, but I'm just honestly so tired. Please support Mousy. She's such an awesome person. Please take care of yourselves. You guys matter so much, at least to me. And please do tell the people you love that you love them. Well, guys, breaking news on this one. Michi Mochivi is leaving Vshojo, chat. That is right. So let's go take a look here at that
So
clip.
let's just pull it off like wax, shall we? The situation. Yeah, oh fuck. As of today, chat, I have officially left Vshojo, which is insane to say. Why? I should have muted that.
Yep. He's done, chat. That's it.
Okay, redo, bro.
Also, the
redo.
Pedro song. The Pedro song in the background's killing me.
My emotional moment, y'all. This is fucked up. I forgot. Hold on. Give me one.
Oh, there it is, chat. Michi Mochivi is going to be leaving Vshojo as well. That is breaking news. I think even Rima started weighing in on that. Just right now, Michi Mochivi revealed she also has not been paid, chat. That is right. So Michi also has not been paid. And we're going to discuss more people that were not paid for quite a bit. We already know Kson wasn't paid. Now we know Ironmouse wasn't paid. Now we can add Michi Mochivi to that. So many talents have not been paid correctly. How much money does Vshojo owe? That's a real question. I agree with you, Rima. We'll find out. Hime also goes on to respond here. Just a little bit. All we get is Jesus. That's it. Haven't heard much from her. I'll keep you up to date on that. Maybe tomorrow, chat. Peak is peak. Also adds into this as well from the JP side, which we will be discussing a little later. I'm on vacation, so not in perfect health. Feeling frustrated I can't talk directly with everybody. And I think both Peak and all of you need a little time to understand the current situation. All remains unchanged is that Peak values everyone who supports me more than anything. So thank you all so much. I love you. So we're waiting to hear from them. Of course, Hinya also adds into this thing. I'll be streaming tomorrow and explaining my situation and my future plans. Thank you so much for all your help and supporting me. I love you guys so much, Dio. Hey, Vshojo, been on it. Crazy style, Dio. And pay up your fucking talents. My God. I want to talk about a few stories that have been released outside of this and talk about some reactions. And then, of course, reveal some information I have, guys. There's a lot of news coming in right now. I am going to go back and touch on some of these things here in just a bit, okay? So, first up, guys, let's go take a look here at Jenna. You guys probably know Jenna Meowry. Yeah, exactly, too. Now, I do have an explanation as to why the talents were paid first. But let me show you that here in a bit.
Yes.
Right? So, Jenna goes on to say, speaking of Vshojo, and pay attention, chat. If you're still here and you're listening, type 2 in the chat for me. I remember one axe. I was at an after party, and a certain someone was trying to flex how we could arrange private meet and greets with the creators behind the models. I don't know why my model froze. And this lays a lot of context into what Zentrea was talking about here in her tweet that I just showed you a minute ago, right? You know, hey, Gunner, dude, what the fuck? I wasn't aware of this. You know, talking about somebody with Vshojo giving out info Apparently somebody was saying you can arrange private meet and greets with the creators on the models. Never said right with me because do these creators even know you're exploiting and treating them like party favors? Well, you know, I wasn't really sure about this statement. I mean, I trust Jenna. I think she's a very awesome creator, very trustworthy. But this was also corroborated by Shibuya. So let's take a look here at what Shibuya had to say. This person moved. I'm sorry, here, I'll start this up the right way. So this person moved from a noted VTuber company to another as his staff last year, bragging about his new income. He thrusted me a few of his new business cards to give to my good contacts. I found this action obnoxiously rude, but maybe it was too young and friendly to know better. Then the motherfucker wanted to meet up for tax advice. Because I'm a native in Japan and I hired an accountant, I was asked to have dinner in this area, which was quite far from me, splitting the bill. That day I got convinced I didn't like the guy. Yeah, because I love the talents he worked with, I was only secretly hoping he would lose his job one day. Recently, I heard from another creator that he was showing pictures of VTubers' real selves by revealing their personal info like marital status. I now wanted to find a way to warn other employees. Today, I've learned the most despicable shit the company has done to their talents. Don't know if he's involved with it yet. All my personal grudge is nothing compared to such betrayal. Sometimes, unfortunately, managers, agencies can be the talent's worst enemy. Please always support the talent first. Now, this was my question. I am going to read this comment here. If you knew about this guy when you speak up earlier, revealing VTubers information is dangerous to them. It just looks like you joined the bandwagon when it becomes relevant. I don't think it was that bad, but of course, she goes on to say, actually, I just came from US, where I gathered the info that he was still with the company. I was actually meeting up with somebody who's been working with him in Japan this week. Given it's a story I heard from someone else, I thought it was best to do in person. So, he was able to kind of give a little bit of information about that. But if this is all true, I know she heard this from somebody. That is fucked up. Beyond fucked up, chat. Beyond fucked up here. And this is an important piece because, again, guys, we have two people that are kind of sharing similar stories. You know what I mean? A staff member potentially doxing a lot of talents. Absolutely deplorable and horrible, chat. Absolutely deplorable. So I want to talk to you for a second about Mountain Dew. If you don't know Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew is the former co-founder of Vshojo. If you don't remember back on this, we covered this May 14th. Mountain Dew decided to leave Vshojo. However, Mountain Dew goes on to say, nah, bro, what the absolute fuck, the gun run. And this, unfortunately, chat, is where I have to share some information with all of you. This is where we need to talk about the staff for a second. So, Mountain Dew here had absolutely no idea what was going on in this horrible situation, chat. You know, they're very shocked. They're calling out gun run. Well, guys, I was given some information by an anonymous source, an anonymous connection, that I want to share with you all today about Vshojo. And I think that this will provide to you a bit of context as to the situation, chat. So, let me pull these up for you. Yes, chat. So, this is information that I can't see that anybody would have this information. So this is pretty exclusive information, chat. But I want to give you this now because it plays a lot into what's going on. So guys, this information that I'm going to give you today, it's wild. This information comes from a connection to former Vshojo staff. Sources obviously wish to remain anonymous, chat. You know, there's a lot of legality and stuff going on right now. They wish to remain anonymous. The information I'm going to give you, chat, is here to provide context for the timeline of events. Okay, chat? So, I want to give you just one quick little thing before we go here. I'm sure you guys all remember that Panini left, right? We have Panini leave. We have Mountain Dew left. Why were all of the staff of Vshojo leaving all at once, chat? Why was this a thing? Remember, chat, we talked about this for almost 2 months now. We've had tons of staff members leaving, talking about, yes, Panini left. This happened back on July 10th. A bunch of people left, right, chat? Tons of staff, tons of managers. What was going on? I made all these announcements. I used to work with Vshojo. Now I don't. What happened? Well, chat, I would like to give you that information and context today. Vshojo was downsizing and cutting staff behind the scenes to alleviate financial pressure. This goes in line with what we know about Vshojo not having good financial hold of what's going on. On top of that, right, we know with Mousy, they owed a bunch of money to her and all the talents, and Kson, everybody. On top of that as well, we also know that they've not paid out this charity stuff. They were in financial straits, chat, and they decided to downsize on their staff, cutting a bunch of roles. What I find most egregious, chat, is many staff members were let go with less than 2 weeks' notice. And in some cases, chat, only a few days. My anonymous source, chat, let me know that tons of staff members were let go with less than 2 weeks, sometimes even around a handful of days, 3 days. They were let go of Vshojo. Our anonymous source was left in the dark about financial woes and was shocked by their sudden termination. They were unaware of the extent of the damage, chat. I think that really falls in line with the shock that Mountain Dew has here. Mountain Dew is like very genuinely shocked by this, right? And it seems to me that our source that passed along this information, all of them were kept in the dark, chat. They had no idea. We've looked at some of the talents' reactions as well. They're very shocked. They don't know what's going on. It seems to be entirely true. Talents, here, okay, chat, this is important. So I need all of you to really, really focus up on me. If you're listening, type 1. This is very, very important to the context of the timeline of things that happened with Vshojo. Talents were upset with the sudden decision of staff being terminated, which led to talents separating themselves from the company. That is right, chat. Because of the things that were going on behind the scenes, sudden termination of these talents, things like that, a lot of talents were upset that the staff was being terminated wrongfully, in their opinion, very quickly, people they worked with, etc. And because of this, they decided to separate. Maybe it was the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know, right? But for me, I see this as a big reason as to why Zin and Giga left. Now, we can only hear that from Zin and Giga. We don't know that 100%, but I can tell you that it pissed the talents off, and I can confirm that at least for you. The final note that I want to make for you today, chat. Former staff is united in working against the upper echelons of Vshojo as legalities proceed for payments and everything else, chat. I wanted to share this information with you today. Number one, because I haven't been able to share it with you. Hi, Beer. How are you? I haven't been able to share this information with you. Because obviously confidentiality. This person was not able to pass along everything. But now when we're in a different point in time, I am able to share this information with you. And I hope that it provides you a lot of context of why these things have happened. I think it explains a lot, Jack. I think it explains a lot. Yeah, she is a husky. I think it explains the fact that why people were leaving. I think it explains a lot of the sudden frustrations. I think it explains a lot of the financial situations and what's going on behind the scenes with Vshojo. Oh, you know, if you're reacting to this, if this is new, feel free to share this around, pass it along. I know this is exclusive information. I really want everybody to know about this because I do think that this is such a important piece of information from my source. So again, I appreciate you trusting me to pass this along to a larger general audience. Very crazy, chat. Very, very crazy situation overall. Horrible. Absolutely horrible, chat. But this is what was going on. This is what was going on behind the scenes, chat. They decided to downsize, get rid of a bunch of staff, all of a sudden. And this was only caused, why, chat? Because of their financial woes and their mismanagement in finances, chat. And I told you that finances was the root of all of their problems. And here it is, chat. This is another piece of proof to support that. Vshojo did not handle their money well. And because of that, they hurt not only the talents, but they hurt a ton of staff members as well. Now, twins, I wish I could tell you. I don't know what they were blowing the money on, but I would imagine it was just to run the company. And that's really fucked up. So guys, let's continue to talk about a few reactions to all of this. So, you know, this is a bit of speculation as well coming from Fruit. But Fruit says, thinking about this, the time somebody Vshojo copyright struck a video under my name without my knowledge. And I had to take the hit for it. It was a mistake, but I never got to say anything publicly. And I still don't know who it was. I don't know what this is about, but I at least want to mention it in passing because it could be very important, chat. It could be very important. Oh, no, chat. I know that I told you about the staff. Just wait till I tell you about all the artists that Vshojo hasn't paid yet. Yes, stick tight with me, chat. Stick tight with me. I don't really know about this situation other than what Fruit is saying here, but I at least want to mention it in passing. Of course, guys, Koi Fishy even goes on to say, brother, I'm so fucking livid for mouse. What do you mean they owe $500,000 to this charity? Are you serious? You know, even Tectone getting involved. Tectone, very pissed off as well. Think fuck Vshojo. Lost Paws adding into this as well. I mean, guys, this is huge. This is spread everywhere. I mean, real little people in Vshojo. I never liked the organization itself. It needs to go. People who are part of it can easily thrive on their own, which is very true. Like, we all said, like, Matar did not need Vshojo, right? And that still is very true to this day. Sea-Dog, of course, even adds into this, you know, saying, well, Vshojo better get cycling and start raising some money. Got him. Got him. I love Sea-Dog. I love him so much. Even Demon Dice, you know, yeah, I think what Demon Dice is saying that you reap what you sow. You know what I mean, chat? You reap what you sow. Everything comes to light eventually. Take care, friends. If you know, you know. Of course, even when the top gifters involved in Ironmouse Subathon says, I won't lie, it's the top gifter to Mousy Subathon, Bushina. Knowing that the money won't get to the charity, I'm seething in anger. I've Vshojo right now, rightfully so. Imagine being the top gifter, chat, all that money that you gave, it didn't end up where it was promised. That's so fucked up. I'll do everything I can to continue to support Mouse and all the other talents through this. Poor Sheena, bro. Poor Sheena. Poor Sheena. You know, even Camilla weighs in on this situation as well. So let's go take a look at what she had to say.
Vshojo? What? You making a joke? I'm not mousy. No, it's real. What?
What's up, K-Dog?
No! Don't open that! Don't open that! Wait, Zen just wrote, yeah. What?
Guys, Bear needs to go outside, so I'm gonna run this clip for you. I'm just gonna step away to let her out really quick.
To my community, I love you all dearly and thank you. What? Okay, wow, this is actually happening. Oh my. Well, that's a bit crazy. I literally just found out. I think I started stream as soon as she posted that? Where did she post it though? I don't see. Oh, it's on YouTube, huh? I think I see it right there. Did she mention why? Can we watch it? Let's watch the video. Okay. Okay, here we go. I am leaving Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount. Let's just say this is not new to me. That's all I have to say. Amount of funds which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is... Ew, now the Vine Boom really makes me feel like I'm a... Okay, I'm never gonna play that again in regards to something like this. Owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I know that this is a lot. Poor Mousy, what the fuck? And it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you... From her? Like from her? From her?
Okay, sorry guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for letting me step away. Yeah, she needed to she really needed to go. She was bothering me, so look at what a Kson just post. That roar. Even Chacha has put her thoughts in the situation. Everybody weighs into this, and rightfully so. Yeah, I'm gonna let Camilla keep saying what she has to say because it seemed like she kind of knew some things were going on behind the scenes as well. From what it sounds like.
You know that I will no longer be a part of Vshojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you were ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely.
I heard it's so sad. Also happy belated birthday to me.
It's so fucked up.
Primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system. Which
I'm very interested to hear from Vshojo and Gunrun.
And it
as a whole, I think that's so important.
caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life.
Oh,
So
this
then
is
I found
absolutely
streaming,
insane.
And I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online. Because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was...
You're gonna
not
have
a
to
last
say
thing in my
something, you
mind.
know?
I just thought that I would stream
Or just
to,
disappear and that's it.
5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games.
Yeah, no, she is. I did say before, if Mousy leaves, they're
and just
fucked.
continue on with my life. But unfortunately,
Before we
I
knew the
was
extent
too
of what was
scared
going
to
on.
stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called...
So I really wanted to show you the beginning of it because it sounds like Camilla kind of knew that there was something like going down where it was like she knew that something was going on behind the scenes of Vshojo. And I feel like that weighs a lot into what I showed you earlier with the other staff members, right, chat? There were things going down. The anonymous source I showed you, there were things going down where people were getting fucked. You know what I mean? Like, they were getting their jobs taken away. The finances were bad. I mean, it's rough. You know what I mean? Talking as well here. Giga also weighed in into the situation as well. Talking about this. And obviously, Giga was one of the first people to leave outside of a lot of this. So, guys, if you have any breaking news, please drop it into my VTuber news stories under my Discord. Do not DM me. Do not. None of that. None of that.
She's left Vshojo. Yeah, I knew she was working on it. This is not like a sudden piece of news for me, but it will be for you guys. You guys know I have already left. I left on, what, June 27th, so I've been gone for a couple weeks. There have been a lot of things that have gone on in the background that I have been completely unable to talk about, completely unable to say. I've wanted to, but that's been like legally just not a thing I should do. So finally, someone who is able to say those things has said them, and it's good. There is a lot more. Absolutely, there's a lot to be said, but that is what can be said at this moment in time, especially because it's stuff that pertains to Mouse in particular, you know, so it's her situation that she can speak on. I'll just echo some of the stuff that she said in her video, but she posted a video on YouTube on it if you want to see. She feels very
Oh yeah, no, we've been looking at the reactions. Like, everybody is actually just fucking quit. Like, literally.
I will add, I've felt this way as well. Absolutely. I did also see a lot of writing on the wall of a lot of things, but until I felt I had solid reasoning to say this is true, I didn't want to move on anything, obviously. And then over time, I found out that certain things were in fact true, and I went, oh no, and decided to leave. Every decision gets made for really good reason. And I know I initially made a video saying I was leaving, and
yeah, there are a lot. So, one thing that we do need to mention, and that's a good point, Dr. Jets, there's going to be a lot of NDAs, right? Like, there's going to be a lot of information where a lot of people are not going to be able to speak up and say things, right? So, there's going to be a lot of information we're going to have to wait on to get the full story. And then there's legality. I mean, there's so many things, you know what I mean?
I tried to say really hard, really clearly, hey, this is just a small piece of what I can talk about. There are other reasons, but these are just the things I can say. I absolutely meant it when I said there's other stuff that I can't say, and that is, you know, this is some of it. This is some. Again, the word some. This is some of it. So I just feel really relieved because it's not stuff that I could say. The TLDR for some of the stuff that Mouse has revealed today, she is owed a significant amount of funds that she hasn't been paid. Okay, this is what she's revealing. I'm not going to talk about
Oh, it's so messy. And guys, I want to remind you all as well, like, you know, this is developing story, right? Like, this isn't going to be the end. We're going to talk about this more. More stuff is going to continue to come out, but I want to give you what's happened so far and maybe some things along the way. But it's important that we listen to everybody, right?
She's already said, and I don't want to out anything that I can't.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything from them, Spinny, not yet.
Significant amount of money. The IDF, the charity, the Immune Deficiency Foundation, that she always works with, and that I say we because we all did, plus her especially, however, her being the number one, have always fundraised for. There's a lot of funds that were held on her behalf for events that she did that she found out were not paid. The IDF is currently owed over $500,000.
Yeah, there's so many things we're not going to be able to do.
Paid to them. That wasn't. And she didn't know that. I don't think any of us knew that until recently. So I can't begin to describe how that feels, knowing that we've tried. I mean, charity was always a really big thing for us. And I say us because, yes, it's about all of us, but I feel like this is really especially about Mouse, you know? But I can't really tell you how it feels to be like, yeah, this is like our thing. We love doing this. And then to find out that I had no idea, no clue. And I mean, it's insane. And I really don't have words for it.
I feel so bad, guys. Like, again, a lot of these talents were left in the dark. A lot of the staff was left in the dark. And there's a lot of things that went on that they had no idea about. This is supported by our anonymous source. This is also supported by all the talents. This is supported by all the reactions. There was something going on at the upper echelon of stuff, right? That was screwing over a lot of people. And they had no idea. They kept everybody in the dark. And when we get the Kson side of the story chat, I think that's supported even more. So we will get to that because it sounded like, at least from what my first notes were, and there are some translations, Ian basically ran everything, and JP was not even allowed to, like, do hardly anything, it seemed like. So also, guys, Kson reacts to this as well. Let's hear what Kson had to say.
Ironmouse with her talent agency. She said they owe over $500,000 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I did see that. I was like legitimately.
Well, I'm
bro,
sure
there's
she
no way
is.
They did my homie.
Rightfully
Ironmouse
so,
like
each
that.
lover.
I was hurt. No joke. I did see that. That was crazy though. Yo, Chef with the 5. Thank you. No, I did see that. Yo, Madam with the 1,000 bits. Did you see Ironmouse with her?
Yeah, I just, everybody is like, what the fuck is this, dude? Even on look, chat. Look at this. Even fucking Moist Critical is on it. Why is everybody leaving this company? Even Moist Critical's on it. Like, did you know Centuria's live? Yes, I'm aware, spoiler guy. I don't really know how that would do anything with my coverage. Like, you know what I mean? I have a lot to talk about just leading up to even what's going on right this second. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, even Moist got right on it. Started talking about it. I mean, guys, this is going around, guys. And I think that, you know, I'm gonna let Charlie talk for a second. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but he's pretty much got the nail on the head, you know?
That always seems to ruffle some feathers and get people squirming in their chairs in anger, because I have less than kind things to say about some of the biggest players in the industry. But I just can't help myself. I can't bite my tongue on it. I'm like Winnie the Pooh poking a beehive because I'm addicted to the honey inside. And in this case, that honey is vindication. For a while now, I have
What the fuck?
VTuber agencies. I've seen a lot of the contracts that some of the top talent were locked into with these organizations, and
I do want to point out really quick, I did see that Legal Mindset said that he had a Vshojo contract, so I think he's covering that today. We will wait to kind of see what he says about it, obviously, but that might help us understand even more context too, chat.
And they are extraordinarily corrupt. I think the agencies in this space are exploitative. And
right? Ninja Sanji lives how?
Prisoners. It is unbelievable the depths of greed that these agencies in the VTuber space have succumbed to. But before I dive deeper into the spaghetti and the meatballs on my disdain for VTuber agencies in the industry, I would like to give you the catalyst for why I'm talking about it again today. It's because Ironmouse just made a really sad video about why she's leaving Vshojo.
And so the reason I wanted to show you this is because I think Charlie, as somebody that's outside of VTubing, right? I think it's important to look at perspectives of other people. I think even Charlie looks at this situation and goes, holy shit, like the way the VTuber corpos are going nowadays and treating people, it's really, really fucked up. It's really, really fucked up. So, apparently even little Emil says he's on money, bro. I haven't even got to that section yet, but I'm about to. I'm going to show you all these people that are owed money. But just so the people outside even look at this and go, oh my God, this is just like absolutely horrible. You know, he's covered stuff like this in the past. I think that unfortunately the VTuber space is so green. We don't have a proper way to regulate VTuber management and agencies and corporations. I think that we are too new. And because of that, people take advantage of people, even at the upper echelon of VTubing right here. It's happened to Ironmouse, chat. If it can happen to Ironmouse, it can happen to you. You know what I mean? Like, Vshojo was supposed to be untouchable. They were the cream of the crop. They were the, I don't know, the fucking Baja Blast of Mountain Dew. You know, they were the best. The absolute best. And now they're literally, like, done. Gone. Completely destroyed. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Guys, I'm going to break this all up with a little bit of memes. You know, maybe give you a little bit of something funny here before we continue. Remember when Vshojo plastered this all over Tokyo subway to brag about how they treat their talents? Talent freedom! Oh yeah, a lot of freedom. A lot of freedom up. Freedom from, I don't know, paying your talents on time? How about that? Bro, what the fuck? On top of that, I saw this one. I made this joke earlier, but guys, it's literally just the completionist all over again. This is literally the completionist all over again, bro. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. What the fuck? Even worse, chat. Vshojo headquarters is already getting moved in by Spirit. Damn, bro, they just closed down. Thank you for 5 months. I appreciate you, Titan. Damn it, bro. They just closed down. And Spirit is already in there. It is. It's a completion. It's all over again. Oh my god. So, I want to talk to you guys about. We've looked at all the talents now getting paid. I showed you that a lot of the staff in the background from our anonymous source was saying that there were problems financially as well, chat. Well, I think that the talents didn't get paid, but also a lot of creators, and by creators I mean like independent contractors, did not get paid as well, chat. So let's go take a look at what is going on with that. First up, chat, there's a laundry list. Oh, it was crazy, Tempest. I watched it this morning. Of course, we have here from Nia singing in light of Ironmouse leaving Vshojo. After this came out of $500,000 she was going to donate to charity, Vshojo hired me and my friend back in March as illustrators for a project. I don't know about her, but my agreed payment was nearing $3,000, which I haven't received still. I didn't do any work for them because of an issue down the line, according to them. Even though specifically confirmed that my employment of the project had been finalized, so why was I being punished for somebody else's incompetency? State my TOS said I'm paid up front. There's one for you, chat. Oh, no. I'm not. No. I got plenty more. On top of this, chat, we have Starlight Daryl going on nowhere near what Mouse is going through, but for the past year, Vshojo has been habitually late in paying me for commissions. Sometimes leaving thousands of dollars of my invoices unpaid for months at a time. I tried to be patient, but knowing they were stealing charity money from Mousy, while this was all happening, makes me sick to my stomach. It's in summer 2, chat. Oh wait, there's more. Shiro Beats going on and say I have thousands of dollars unpaid work from them too. I had to chase people down to make sure my friends got paid. Even hired somebody to help with music stuff. I ended up managing everything they got paid for my work. Another really bad experience coming here from Shiro. Let's check in here with Lucky Yuki, who did have payment issues as well. Going on to say mine wasn't that bad either, but I want to share seeing how this seems to be a trend for them. Last year when I made 6 cards for Vshojo, we had agreed on a 50-50 split of the revenue. After the illustrations were done, they changed it to me getting 15% plus upfront payment instead. It's still a good deal for me, but changing the deal made me get considerably less than I did. Initially, it offered to do it for a flat fee. They suggested doing split revenue, and we're very happy with the 50-50. So that is what really hurts about this sudden change. They also look like 4 months after all sales were done for them to pay the 15% royalties, and me having to ask every 2 or weeks for updates. Unacceptable. On top of that, guys, Sleeping Forest, Forsty also had an issue here. Gotta jump in and say the same goes for me as well. Backing up Share Beats, there's multiple unreleased works I never received payments for. Yeah, do you see the constant? You're seeing the theme now, right? Money. I sound like Mr. Krabs. Money. It's all about financial woes and money issues, chat. They weren't able to pay the talents. They tried to downsize on the staff in the background. They're not paying out contractors. It's bad. It's genuinely bad. One last thing I want to add into this, just really quickly, chat. It's coming here from Enrage Astro Systems. If you don't know Astro Systems, they have a beautiful collection of merchandise. You can check out here, right? Well, of course, they did some partnership with Vshojo. However, chat, in a very egregious news, unfortunately, sorry, Vshojo fam, although we can't say much, there was an instance. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Although we can't say much, it was an instance of our successful collaboration, which involved copying and tracing our work. While it pales in comparison to what others are experiencing, hurts very much at the time. We wish the talented fans well. Crazy. I know even Rima commented on this. Like, now tracing is evolved too. Insane. Insane, chat. Absolutely insane. Really quickly, all of you guys, I know that we were showing the Mousy Tiltify that is going on, and I want to remind all of you, if you can, if you're comfortable with it, please donate to Mousy. They're over $400,000 now, which is incredible.
As a VTuber yourself, is it still worth it for an
No,
up-and-coming
absolutely
VTuber
not.
to try going the corpo route?
Absolutely
or
not.
is it becoming better to just take your chances as an indie?
Thank you for the 100 bits. And let me tell you, chat. I think right now the best thing you can do, we are going to see a shift into space. We are not going to see corpos as much. Corpos have already been on the decline anyway, and that's mostly financial reasons. I talked about this before, but I'll say it again. The future of VTubing is groups. Like we have VTuban, right? We have Adora's group. VTuber groups are the future of VTubing. It's safe. It's the way to go. So chat, I want to let you know, this is going down right now. You can do this. Donate to it right now. I will let you know. I put out this post for this weekend, chat. I was asking if people want to get together to raise some money this weekend. Well, chat, we have almost 300 people in our Discord already wanting to help raise money. So this weekend, chat, we are going to be raising money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I really hope that I will see all of you there. I will give you a little bit more info on that as we get closer to it, but it's turning into Vverse 3.0. So if you want to join the Discord, there's the Discord link. I'll give it to you right there. Please come and support. We have a lot of collabs going on, a lot of support, a lot of, great, awesome, community, rewards. We're going to have a new Tiltify page coming. So I'm very excited. Thank you guys for all of your outpour support for this. I really, really do appreciate it. And we really can make a difference, guys. We really can make a difference. So what I want to show you guys is some instances of people having some issues with auditions. So, Lockdown, did you literally just post the link for something I covered 2 seconds ago? Bruh. Guys, I will be looking at a lot of your news for Vshojo. However, I'm going to hold off for the rest of this until tomorrow, okay, guys? Because I have a lot more to cover. So it does look like, hi, Kita, how are you? It does look like that. Unfortunately here, there were a lot of people that auditioned for Vshojo that are now coming forward and talking about their experience with it. So UT saying, looks like I dodged a bullet. I was in later stages of auditioning for Vshojo last year, and I did move on after a few rounds. I won't see any details past the audition process for NDA purposes. But yeah, they definitely dodged a bullet there, right, chat? Big time. Also, Amidal adding into this thing. I would like to openly state for the first time that I had the second round of interviews for Vshojo the day after Mama Doll passed away. That's just sad. And I feel like she planned this out for saving me from one of the worst decisions of my life. This shit is insane. Absolutely crazy, guys. Even Kenji weighing into this back in 2021. He's saying, let me join Vshojo. Quote retweeting, never mind. Holy shit. Never mind. Even more crazy, chat. Shy Lily wanted to weigh into this situation as well. Shy Lily saying, good thing I trusted my gut feeling with Vshojo. Tried to recruit me. Their contract was riddled in flags and basically legal robbery. We talked about what Bebe had said in the past about the contract was not good. And Shy Lily kind of supporting that as well. This makes me sick to my stomach. Please, if you can, support Mouse and the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Absolutely insane, guys. They tried to pick up Shy Lily, and she's showing, hey, this ain't it. This ain't it. I have more people kind of adding into this, guys. Sylvie, VT, saying, thinking back on how bad I wanted to join Vshojo is insane in light of recent events. I actually got through the first wave of auditions a long while ago, but I'm glad it didn't work out. I'll continue staying indie in some positions of power. Some people I think I'll continue staying indie. Some people in power positions are just rotten. So true. Even Crony, guys. You guys know Crony. We love Crony around here. Even Crony going on to say, I got to the final interview stages at a certain VTuber company and was so depressed at being rejected that I almost quit streaming. Boy, I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad you didn't either, Crony. Craziness. But what we can confirm in this is a lot of people were actually did have the auditions. It did go through, chat. It was a thing. So, in light of all of this, how do you think all of the talents are dealing with this, chat? We have a ton of people quitting, separating themselves. Well, even on the JP side and across the board, everybody is taking off Vshojo from their name, chat. That is right. Everybody is separating from Vshojo. As you can see here, Fruit, Hero, even Fruit removed all Vshojo from their names as well. Just completely separating. Japan Bridge, standing in solidarity with Mouse, both Peak and Arturo have also removed Vshojo from their name as well, chat. Pretty crazy stuff. Very crazy. Oh, I put that there for me. That was for me, my bad. And even here you can see, guys, you know, Kson, Nagi, I mean, everybody. That's it, chat. Everybody is separating from Vshojo, chat. Everybody. Oh, it's a mess. It's such a mess. It's horrible. So, chat. The last meeting, if the last remaining 6 ounce shows his state, it's a big task to do after all this because of the insane amount of damage the company has done. Vshojo is done. They're dead, chat. So now that we have talked about all of this, I want to talk about what happened this morning with Kson. Kson did a stream, chat, where she talked about what was going on. Of course, her saying, I got a response, but not from the one person I want, which I think is alluding to Gun Run. But anyway, she did go on to do a stream. Now, chat, the stream is very, very long. It's about an hour and a half. However, like a good student, I took notes. And I'm here to share those notes with you, as well as some other translations on what happened. So here we go, guys. So Kson revealed that she was already planning to leave Vshojo at the end of the month, specifically on the 31st. She goes on to say Vshojo has not paid her a significant amount of money. Chat, where have we heard this story before? Vshojo not paying people out properly. That's so strange, chat. Interesting. Oh, it gets worse. Kson specifically said it has been since last September since she received a payment from Vshojo.
Oh, brother!
Last September. Oh yeah, it's a crime. Almost a year. That's some Ninja Sanji level of stuff, dude. I didn't expect that from Vshojo. So Kson said that she was continuously led on. She was promised payment. It's coming. And she felt ashamed. She believed in people who only had interest in their money. Now, here's what's really crazy, chat. Here's what's really crazy. Kson actually called the JP CEO of Vshojo live on stream. Literally called and quit Vshojo in front of them.
I quit Vshojo today.
はい。
Vshojo やめます今日。
はい。
はい。31
What a girl boss. What a girl boss. I love that Kson does not fucking mess around. I love her. But I want to give you some more information about this. So let's keep reading here. The JP CEO. We're going to look at some official translations. These are the notes I took as I was going through it, right? The translations are a little rough at that time. But let me give it to you. So the JP CEO went on to say, and again, this is a rough translation from Kson. We'll look at actual translations. That the EN and JP branches are very, very separated. And the JP's CEO was not involved in the EN side. The JP CEO also allegedly was led on about pay for themselves as well. So apparently the JP was like, they were wondering about their money as well. The Vshojo JP side of it, everything was allegedly doing financially well, but all of the fundage went through EN. So I think that caused a lot of payment issues, and that's why they were not able to actually controlling the finances. And even though the CEO was getting paid still, Kson, unfortunately, and the talents were not. Now, I will explain that to you in a second, because apparently there is some legality behind that. But Kson goes unofficially quit Vshojo. Sorry, I was supposed to say quit. And asked for payment. Seems like the CEO is unable to do so because finances are funneled through EN. Kson goes on to ask why this happened. JP CEO says basically the Vshojo team was not good at their job or finances, and that's why we're seeing the results we're seeing today. So basically, the JP CEO literally says they're bad at their job, and that's why everything is really shitty. Oh my god, we saw that, Corvus. It was so good. At minimum, the CEO was receiving payments while Kson was not. And apparently, guys, they had plans to bring on even more talents. Now, literally, my thought is, why the fuck would you do that if your company is in financial straits? Why would you do that? What are you thinking? Like, even Kson asked on stream, she's like, where was anybody, like, checking this? Why were people not, like, pushing back on this ideology? So let's go look at some of the translations. Hopefully, this can give us a bit more insight into actually what was going on. But, so, Makina says the amount handled by JP was much lower than by EN. Did you say that Vshojo JP itself was doing good? Yes. You haven't paid me. That's what it says on the main company's finance book, huh? Wait, so you know the JP talents are not being paid yet? Yes. Kson said that's not doing good then. For context, JP does not handle the finances on their own. JP CEO was not a real CEO, more like a branch manager. Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I wanted to point out that, again, they didn't really seem to have control of payments and stuff like that. They only had so much control, right? So, and exactly cynical. There's law behind that, and I'll share that here in a bit. But thank you for pointing that out. It's very, very true. So we were doing good compared to money coming to the money going out. Kson says I quit Vshojo. Obviously, they agree. I was planning on doing it on the 31st, but I'm doing it today. I quit. This is very wrong. Makina goes on to say, I understand. Kson says, you're telling me you could have paid me. Makina says, yes. And Kson said, where's the money? I want it now. And Makino says, he literally said nothing. It's like a call like disconnected. It was such a awkward silence for sure. Just to give a little bit more, follow up to this. So, Ian seems to be really the issue here. JP kind of still figuring it all out, right? But not really aware of how much a branch operates. Very separated. They can't say how much due to defamation laws, really strict in Japan. Seems like the main hadn't paid JP, but JP is doing well financially. So they were kind of self-sustaining. Ian was not, allegedly, right? EO could only see money in and out. Was money that was meant for talent. Staff was paid, not the talents. But he was paid, but a lot less, below 50%. They also include the staff. And guys, I'm going to tell you why that legally is the way that it was. Why the staff was paid and not the talents here in a moment. Now it seems that there were some issues of some with the CEO. CEO says it's not JP's fault. Came back to that will depend whether Vshojo can come back financially. Not sure if Vshojo will be gone. Not gonna lie, I saw you on here. I saw on here you should have somebody said that they didn't quit streaming. Just because Vshojo interview flopped and God they didn't. Yes. That was Crony. Even though they're trying to move sponsors from the company to streamers. Not sure what's to follow. And Kson and Hinya are individually successful talents. Nova's different. Not sure how that translates over to them leaving. 50 others choose to. I mean, considering that they removed their names, I think they're done. What do you think, chat? I think all those Nova talents are done. Yeah, I think they're done as well. So just to give you a little bit of the summary, of their stream again. Kson said she can only speak for herself. She can't speak for anybody else, just for legal reasons, right? She said she'd been planning to leave on the 31st. We already talked about that. Reason being she had been delaying and not paying her merchandise and work-related cuts in September. And of course, she had the Japanese, we should say not CEO, but lead. I think that's a better way to put it. According to him, he's still in charge of the Japan side, but possibly not for long. Might be removed soon. He knows only a little bit more than the talent. So again, it seems like the JP side was really, really separated from Ian. They weren't involved with Vshojo US operations. Vshojo US have been promising that they pay the money, but delay them again and again. Huh, that sounds familiar, chat. Huh, where have we heard that before? From what he could see regarding the finances, the Japanese branch is doing well. He believes that Vshojo would be dissolved. Why did this happen? He believes there isn't a huge explosive trigger that caused this. Rather, Vshojo has simply been run poorly. And I agree with that. Again, looking at how they quickly tried to dissolve the staff in the background, right? That I showed you with my anonymous source. That seems to be the case. I think that the information that we were past, chat, really lines up with everything we're looking at. You know what I mean? It really makes sense now that we have that context. They also said the Japanese side is run by mostly good staff, and his honest assessment regarding Vshojo's debt payment is their need to bounce back financially to accomplish that, which is going to be tough. Vshojo is not taking any money from the VTuber streaming income, so they need to pay out like merch and other stuff like that, and of course, whatever else. Also, the CEO said he'd been told to focus on doing content and was assured to be sustainable. Kson asked if he had been lied to. He said yes. Why did they continue recruiting despite not paying the staff and talents? He explained that a certain amount of funds have been set aside for the purpose of recruitment, and that only. Guys, I'm going to tell you, when your company's going downhill, the first thing you do is you stop bringing people on. If your like factory is closing down, you don't hire a bunch of new people. You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense. The monies are mostly handled by the US side, but the moment he's doing what he can to shift the working contracts to the talents, he's limited visibility on what's going on. And of course, we saw Kson quit, right? So Kson goes on to share after stream, saying that feeling ashamed for all the positive stuff I've said about the company turned out to be a fucking lie. Just go ahead and laugh at me. Why am I so stupid? Why do I learn? Why do I not learn? Why do I always try to see the good side of people just to learn they don't fucking care? Of course, it's all about the money. I'm nothing for the corpus without the money. But you know what? I'm still lucky I got you all. My community, as long as I'm living, I'm thriving. And I feel really bad. I wanna make sure that I'm very clear with this, chat. I feel really bad for these talents because they really are just, they're good people. They want to just make content. And sadly, there's shitty people that take advantage of that. Well, the charity theft for on IRS, probably so. Well, I mean, we have to consider there might be some international stuff involved with that. Just because Mousy is not in the US, right? I know that Vshojo is US based, but I don't know the specifics, so we'll have to see. But the talents are the victims, guys. The talents are the victims. Now, I know the talents have not been paid out. Luckily, we have Legal Mindset to tell us. Another note from Kson stream regarding staff being paid first. They had to pay the staff due to clear labor law violations if they didn't pay full-time staff. They are banking on the ambiguity of Vshojo talent as independent contractors to shaft them out of payments. And Noctis, I don't know that stuff. That's a Legal Mindset or Kona question, right? But what I can say is that this makes a lot of sense. They're basically were paying their staff and trying to push away off the talents. Try to make some money, maybe pay them out at some point, but that's where it is. So, the chat. Let me put this in perspective. You are a failing company, or Vshojo. You're in a bunch of financial straits. You are under an obligation to share, or you're under an obligation to pay out your full-time staff, your staff people, and you're behind on paying your talents. What is the first thing that you do to try and write that, chat? Exactly. They're just operating out of their means. Hire more talents. No. Chat. It's very clear. It's very clear what they did. They panicked because they didn't understand where they were. and they started downsizing and cutting staff to alleviate those financial pressures. Just like we heard from our anonymous source. It literally all makes sense, chat. When you read the timeline and look at everything, it all comes together now that we have the context. Absolutely insane, chat. What it means, though, is they were mismanaging everything, and they had no idea where their finances were. They got to a point where everything was just melting down. They didn't have enough to pay people up, and so they just were like, cut the staff, get rid of them. And remember, to remind all of you, some of them were only given a few days, less than 2 weeks notice in some cases, chat. It stole money from charity. Don't forget that. Absolutely crazy. So I want to show you guys what's going on kind of after right now. So Zentria did come out and say that he wants to continue to push for good. I know that I said I'd help one person I get the VTuber model and assets, but I'm changing it to 5 people. I love that so much. What a Giga Chad, dude. What a fucking Giga Chad. I'm most likely to be doing a Google form for all of you, to fill out and give you all your aspirations and dreams soon. I know some of you were hopeful. I want to still stand by that, and I hope I can help some of you like was promised. Absolutely incredible. We love Sin around here. She's such a good bean. On top of that, guys, there's another big event that is going on here as well. With Celestia, they're doing something called Mission Iron Strong. That is going on this Friday. So if you guys want to be a streamer and raise money, that's all going on Friday. We are doing our event this weekend is called Mighty Mouse. So Mighty Mouse is this weekend where we're gonna get a bunch of people together just like this, but during the weekend. Lots of guest stars, lots of gaming. It's gonna be great, guys. So we are gonna this weekend go support this Friday. This weekend come by, and we're gonna raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation for Zentria. We gotta help, or Zentria, I'm sorry, for Ironmouse. Sorry, I read Zen and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. So I think this begs the question, chat. I think this begs the question. Mighty Mouse, yeah, isn't it cute? Where's Gunrun? What is going on? Where is Gunrun? We haven't heard from them. Here at the top, remember, chat, they are the leader of Vshojo. They are the CEO of Vshojo. They have not left. Where's the statements? Where are they? What's going on? Now we have to push for what is going on with this. What's the answer? What are we looking at? I don't seem to have gun ran so far. Oh my god, gun ran. Holy shit. We don't know. We have no idea, chat. And we're gonna still be waiting. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of breaking news coming in right here. First up, guys, is coming from Freem, actually, chat. So let's go take a look at what Freem had to say. Apparently, she had a bit of an experience here. So Freem saying, you know what? This makes sense why some of my projects I was working on got indefinitely suspended. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Thank you, bot, for being here. Thankfully, I only wasted time on one without payment. Payment because I personally requested to buy a mouse. That's why you make sure to take payments up front. Freelancers. So again, supporting the context that we've seen in a lot of situations. Bebe goes on to kind of add to this as well. Saying, looks like nothing changed between 2023 and 2025 in terms of how the organization management moves. Couldn't still, can't say shit because of their NDA, but I had to sign. I legally can't badmouth the company, but at least everybody now knows the reason why we left. Crazy, chat. So I showed you the context up front earlier. There it is. There it is, chat. Let's also go look at some other stuff coming out here. Sorry, I'm pulling these links really quick. Looks like we got some information from Zhao. Zhao tweeting out, I once applied to Vshojo and didn't even make it past the first round. Not even an email back. My first and last attempt to ever join a company was right then. I've been growing with my community since, and so can all of you. Don't get disillusioned by this. Forge your own path. Very wise words, Jal. I think in this current state and environment, that's the smartest thing to say. Of course, here we have from Fifi. I think I applied to Vshojo 3 times. All 3 times. I must put my monster. Holy shit. All 3 times my audition wasn't even watched. Ever since then, I did everything on my own. I created my own path as a creator. You can too. You don't need a corpo to grow. I know for a lot of VTubers, their dream goal was to join Vshojo by working your ass off. Don't let this shit cause you to give up on your dream. You don't need a company to become amazing because you are an amazing creator all on your own. Don't give up. Yes, I love all the talents. Keep on supporting and loving them. Absolutely, Siri, even again. If you look at the timeline for everybody leaving, right? It was after all of the staff started leaving. The root of all of Vshojo's problems, chat, start with finances. It all starts there and ends there. Their finances were in dire straits. They tried to cut a bunch of staff. That made the talents upset. There is so much stuff. There's so much stuff that happened behind the scenes due to their financial problems that caused all of this downhill stuff. It explains not paying other people out because they didn't have the money. It explains that they stole money from charity to try and push, some of this financial debt off. This was a horrible situation, chat. Horrible situation. Coming here as well, guys, we do have... I can't believe it, chat! I can't believe it! Is that a Google Docky?
Chicken jockey.
Oh my goodness. Do we have a Google Docky? Oh, I'm sorry. It is a YouTube video. Let's take a look here. This is new. My experience with Vshojo coming from Tori. Uh-oh, there's a breaking news, guys. Let's take a look.
This has been my experience with Vshojo. This statement is meant to be a defense to share my story and what I've been through the past year, and hopefully as an opportunity to back up some of the other victims' experiences. My story is a small fraction of the hurt and positive others.
Oh shit. Oh chat, this is oh shit. This is breaking news, by the way, chat. I mean, I'm pulling from links that are being sent in right now. I mean, this is actually insane, chat. Okay, let's take a listen.
Have endured, and I encourage you to send your love to them during this time.
I think so, Cyber.
I'll also be donating all money this video makes to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope you can listen to my experience. Thank you. In July of 2024, I submitted my application for Vshojo for their public auditioning process.
All right.
A little over a month went by until their tweet went live stating that all applicants were reached out to. My callback email was received earlier that same day. From there, I went through almost 6 months of back and forth audition rounds. Inside of the auditioning process, most days there was only one staff member present, who later became the only staff member I had contact with my entire time signed with Vshojo. Eventually in December, I was booked for a final meeting where I would be congratulated for passing the audition process and invited to join Vshojo officially.
So she made it. She was in Vshojo, chat. She literally made it. This is Tori. This is Tori, who we're listening to right now. She made it. She was in Vshojo, chat. Holy shit. We're gonna look at Pia's stuff as well, because Pia had some things to say. Wow.
I was told to start thinking about what kind of VTuber character I wanted to create, and I was told the spending budget that I'd be assigned for the model and debut. From here, my contact with Vshojo moved to one-on-one Discord DMs. I received the talent contract, and a few weeks later, after consulting a lawyer, I signed the contract. I'm currently 7 months into that contract. At this time, I was asked not to stream under an indie account on the side. Initially, I was told that our onboarding process would begin a week after signing the contract. From there, production of assets would begin around March with an aimed debut timeline of summer. This was communicated to me before ever signing the contract. Once I signed, I was told initial onboarding meetings would be pushed back by a week. During downtime, I began working with a character design artist out of my own pocket to bring my concept to life.
Out of your own pocket? Nah, bro, that's already a red flag. That's already a red flag. Hell no, dude.
I was beginning from scratch. I had no concept, no design, no assets, and no name. I placed a lot of pressure on myself to solidify branding so as not to delay the projected debut window and inconvenience anyone.
That is so sad.
Skip to the last
Poor
day of
Tori.
February. After over a month of having the contract signed and still no onboarding meetings or official communication.
Fucking month? Are you serious?
I was told due to staff allocation, and staff allocation only, that the debut would now be pushed to a timeline of November 2025 to January 2026 instead of summer 2025. July would now be when we began onboarding meetings.
That is insane.
I said I had no problem with delays as long as I got to debut eventually. That kind of became my mantra. I then requested to start a small indie streaming account on the side so I wasn't out of streaming for what would have been a year.
Yeah, exactly. They literally sidelined her for a year, chat. Oh my god. That's too many delays, man. But what sucks is, like, it was Vshojo, right? So you trust it. You're like, oh my god, this is a great company. You know, this is it. You know, I made it. So, you know, you're gonna be willing to delay. Oh my god. Yeah, they got gaslit so hard.
This was okay, which is where I announced I would be my current indie, Tori for an extended, undisclosed amount of time.
Okay.
Please keep in mind, Tori and the subsequent accounts were not to be brought to Vshojo. I would be starting fresh upon joining as per their request. So with my official debut date not set in stone, I did very little to promote myself as Tori, and even heavily communicated to my viewers that I would be graduating sometime that year.
Yep,
This greatly stunted my growth, and I missed out on a lot of opportunities. But I thought that was okay, since I was signed with Vshojo. On March 4th, I started to worry about my future. I had now been signed with Vshojo for 3 months. I had no contact with any staff apart from the one. I was part of no official servers, given no updates about the company or those joining/departing from the company.
That is so many red flags, chat. Nope. No. No. Not part of anything official. Hell no, dude. That is a crimson soaked flag right there. Holy shit. They literally snubbed her. They said, we're going to onboard you. And just like, nope.
And I had no contact with existing talent. I sent my staff contact to this DM. Hello. Hope the staff team has been doing well. I know we discussed waiting until July for production, but I just wanted to reconfirm that my joining of Vshojo is still happening. To be honest, I'm a little bit nervous given the delays and multiple months of downtime without communication.
Yep.
Especially given I am halting most content creation related work in preparation for Vshojo. I don't mind the delays or waiting whatsoever. Just a definitively confident reconfirmation would help ease my anxiousness.
Can I put this in perspective for you, chat? Vshojo gaslight creators, led them on, never actually, or cost them the ability to content create for up to a year. Walked over their staff behind the scenes, didn't pay talents. Hey, am I missing something? Like, this is like, what the actual fuck? This is so crazy, chat. What am I missing? This is... They literally just like, or like, oh, steal from charity, check. Like, fuck people over, check. Oh my god, dude.
I hope we can open a more consistent line of communication in regards to updates if possible. In short, I was told that the same debut timeline was being aimed for and that I didn't need to worry. However, I received another delay saying that onboarding and production would not begin until August instead of July now. After being told time and time again that I didn't need to worry, that I would get to debut and that I would receive a budget, I decided to shift my efforts into building what would become my brand under Vshojo, keeping staff in the loop along every step of the way. I finalized my character design. Staff told me they had no issues or input for my design I sent over. I reached out to model artists and riggers. I found an artist who agreed to work with me. I asked staff if there were any issues with working with this artist, and I was told no, so production began on the model art in June. It was then told to me that the allotted debut budget may need to be reevaluated. I sent. If the budget is timing related, I don't mind fronting the cost until it can be reimbursed down the line. I was quoted $1,000. I can just provide
I'm sorry, Chad. I didn't realize that there were actual screenshots. My bad. I thought it was a black and white video.
Receipts for the work to be compensated at a later date, if of course that's easier.
Whoops. My bad.
I was never given an answer for this. Once again, I reconfirmed if a debut would be happening. At this point, I didn't mind paying fully out of pocket if it meant I was debuting. I considered it as investing in myself.
You shouldn't have to do that, but it does make sense. I get where she's coming from.
Time and time again, I was reassured we would be debuting, so I genuinely had no issue with fronting these costs.
Right, exactly.
I sent model updates, staff provided feedback, and I still had no reason to think things were going south. I attended the June 2025 off-kai in person, and here I learned a lot more than what the staff was communicating to me at this point.
She was an off-kai? Imagine if she's an off-kai and it's like, oh yeah, guess what? You're not part of anything. What the fuck?
I kept hearing whispers of Vshojo financial concerns. This concept was unheard of to me. I was told delays were only because of staff allocation.
I gotta tell you. Can I tell you guys something? I've heard about Vshojo financial issues. The first time I heard of it was almost 3 months ago. I heard the whispers about 3 months ago, chat, but I didn't want to say anything, and it wasn't like super confirmed, and I didn't want to cause issues, and I didn't want to cause like this big panic or like share information that wasn't really like confirmed, like, you know what I mean? But I heard this stuff almost 3 months ago. It's just sad the way it went.
As of the past few weeks, for the first time, I was told there was a strong possibility I would not be debuting despite the constant reassurance the past 7 months due to these financial complications. These complications had never even crossed my mind as a possibility, let alone the extent the company was going through to keep things afloat. I am disgusted at the course of actions that Vshojo has chosen to take, and am choosing to retract my affiliation with the company. Although at this time, I'm not even sure I would have ever been reimbursed and have gotten to debut in the first place. I'm not only down 5 figures on debut-related fees, but I'm also down almost...
Did she say 5 figures? Holy shit! Oh my god, I know Zin that... I know Zin that you're... Maybe we can get this in trade chat, but I feel like this poor girl deserves one of those spots that Zentray was gonna help people with. Please, like, if I can will anything into being, please, Zentray, please help Tori. She deserves it. After what she's been through, if you could, Zin, I wish I was in a financial place to do that. I am not, but if you could, that would be amazing, because I feel like she deserves it after all she went through. Oh my god.
Year of my time. I'm not only devastated because of the waste of time, but because joining Vshojo was genuinely my dream. Vshojo introduced me to VTubing 5 years ago.
For a lot of us.
It made me think I could do it. It made me believe that even though I wasn't the cookie-cutter idol that I so desired to be, that I could feel a part of this industry. That entire 6-month audition process, I'd stay up all night praying that things would work out, that I'd be given a chance. In my mind, getting into Vshojo was proving to myself that I could succeed. I wanted to feel a part of something, and then I made it into Vshojo. I achieved my dream. And now, I never even got to do a singular onboarding meeting. I suppose that's why I'm releasing this statement. I just wanted someone to acknowledge what I've been through and see that I did make it in Vshojo.
We're listening, girl. I'm so sorry. We're listening, girl. Guys, breaking news. Hime has now announced she is quitting Vshojo. I'll show you guys here in a bit.
Even if I will never debut. In hindsight, it feels incredibly selfish of me to be putting this out when so many others have
What you went
experienced
through
so
makes
much
the
more.
whole invited only look more of a thing, rather than the actual auditions. Smothering / snubbing
kinda,
said
maybe.
auditions. All due to the finances and
maybe.
mismanagement.
More loss and hurt through the actions of Vshojo. Once again, I encourage you to spread as much love as you can to those that are affected.
Look, but same to you, girl. Like, we want to spread love to you, too, because you were screwed over by this situation, you know? Like, I appreciate you want to help others, too, but you also deserve some love, too.
I wanted to quickly thank the people that have been with
Thank you, Cyber. I appreciate it, Tier 1. Thank you, Kitty.
me through this process. The one staff member I have had contact with has been nothing but kind and supportive. To the rest of the innocent staff team, I wish nothing but the best for your futures as well. I know this situation doesn't just affect the talent, but also affects your jobs and livelihoods. I hope for a speedy transition for you all. I've also never had the pleasure to speak with Vshojo talent in an official capacity, but I'm sorry for the heartache I'm sure you've been through and wish for all your continued successes.
God, they kept her separated. That's so shitty.
You all made up a big part of why I wanted to be a part of Vshojo. Your talent, creativity, and passion speaks to me, and even if we'll never get to be company mates, I'll still be watching as a fan. Thank you to my incredible model designer and model mama for bringing my vision to life in such an amazing way. I hope even without Vshojo backing me, I can bring your design to life in a way that makes you proud. Thank you to my friends for listening to my frequent sad girl crash outs, even though I couldn't really tell you what the hell was happening. And thank you to my community of viewers. Tori Oriane has a small community by intention. I felt guilty I would be leaving, so any chance I got, I always did my best to make it abundantly clear not to get invested in Tori. Now you are all I have. I humbly ask for your forgiveness for my inconsistencies, unprofessionalism,
oh, girl, that's
and
not
for
your
constantly
fault.
changing graduation dates, just to now be fully retracting them.
Girl, that is not your fault. Everybody understands. Please don't apologize.
To be honest, I thought a lot about what would happen if my Vshojo debut were to be cancelled. In the earlier days of my contract, I would have joked that I'd just give up at that point, to take a hint that clearly this wasn't working out. I've been a content creator for almost 13 years at this point. It has been my passion. I thought after 13 years...
Melody already left, Shadow. Yeah, Melody already left. Like, we're only waiting on Hinya, Haruka, and Fruit now.
I finally found a home in Vshojo. Now I'm sad, terrified, and embarrassed for the future. I love this space and genuinely cannot picture myself doing anything else. So now being down thousands of dollars on a small part of an unfinished brand, I feel myself at a crossroads. I think my stubbornness for the past year that I've been through is pushing me to try again independently. So I'm planning on continuing my indie activities with what would have been my Vshojo persona. I'll be rebranding my existing Tori Oriane account under a new name. If you'd like to support me, it would mean the absolute world to me. If you're just passing by for the tea, that's okay too. I just ask, through all of this, that we are kind and respectful to all parties moving forward. I promise to work hard and earn your support. If I need to prove myself time and time again so that I may exist in this space that I hold so dear to my heart, I'll do it. Thank you for listening to my story. Please spread kindness and support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thank you.
Absolutely insane, chat. I think we have another story that unfortunately is very similar to this. So let's go take a look here. I think we're gonna look at Pia. Pia said, I've been searching for the right words. Here they are as carefully as I can say them. I was one of the girls who passed the Vshojo audition. After 4 years of blood, sweat, and slime, I really believed I made it. After all the late nights, overtime, sacrifice meant something more. I was excited to take a huge leap in the community I built as me. The weird little slime girl you know and hopefully love. After learning what happened with Mouse charity funds, I couldn't in good conscience move forward in my contract, and it all came crashing down. It was the final straw. We were promised support, stability, and financial compensation. I was so excited to join a company I believed in and that believed in me. But it became clear that many of those promises would be kept. A lot of us are now left shouldering the cost of decisions we didn't make. I turned down other opportunities because I believed in this one, and I don't regret having hope or for wishing on shooting stars. I was so ready. I still am. What hurts most is losing the chance to debut alongside some of the most incredible, talented, kind, and hardworking girls I've ever met. I didn't just join for myself. I joined for the shared dream we all believe in, that I still believe in. I know some of you have sensed something has been off these past few months. I've been doing my best to smile through the storm, but the truth is, it's been raining on me for a long time. You've all been giving me so much love and support. I'm sorry I haven't been able to be my best. I'm working through my feelings to be on pieces of the broken dreams and figuring out how to chase new ones. Thank you for being patient with me. I will find my way again, but I just need a little time. If you're still reading, please send your love to all the Vshojo talents, past, present, future. Everyone is hurting in their own way and kindness costs nothing. God, dude, I'm just... Pia really is one of the most, like, hardworking, nice people in the entire world. Like, I just... It breaks my heart to see these things taken away from people like this. Guys, to confirm, here, just a little bit of breaking news. Hime, Hajime Hime, has decided that she, or at least confirmed that she quit Vshojo these past few years. I got to meet, been friends with these people. I can no longer be part of the company. I'll be streaming his Hime. I know I am on and off, but I'm sticky mittens here. Ironmouse going on to say here as well, chat. Any artists, musicians that were in me through Vshojo and never got paid, please contact me ASAP. I can get you paid. I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, look, absolute heart of gold, chat. Just wants to help out people through and through. You know, she knows that people got fucked over by this as well. So I think it's incredibly kind that she wants to, you know, make it financially right for them. But wow, chat. This is heavy. This is a lot. This is a lot to take in, chat. How are you feeling right now? How y'all feeling right now? You shouldn't have to, so I agree, but that's what makes Mousy different, is she wants to help. And she wants to make a difference, you know? That I agree. I knew that there was stuff going on with staff. That was the extent of the things that I knew, but to see this happen with the charity, to see this happen with these girls that dated in Vshojo and to have their dreams stolen away from them.
Could this be
It
considered a
kills
form
me.
of wage theft or a Ponzi scheme?
You know, DeGray, I think it was just poor management, mismanagement. I feel like the money was not properly handling things financially. And I think that going off what we were told, is this how you feel? Is this how you feel? Yeah. True. True. I feel that way too. Oh my god. I think that we have seen the fact that a lot of people were kept in the dark. Through the whispers of information that I know, a lot of staff members had no idea. And even we saw this with Mountain Dew, lots of people that got let go. They had no idea this was going on. So they were left in the dark as well, chat. And I just think at the top, the upper echelon of what it was going on at Vshojo, they kept this away from everybody. I don't know if they took the money. What happened? We don't know yet. And that's why I tell you guys, keep people accountable, but also, we don't know. We don't know who's responsible yet. I think, obviously, we know Gunrun is in a way responsible for it. At least you are the top of a company. There's an obligation there, right? But, again, we don't know who is really responsible, chat. We have no idea yet. We're sitting on the sidelines waiting for what's going on. You know what I mean? We have no idea. I don't really screwed over by this too. This early stage of recruitment when VTuber is going to be teammates, right? I mean, there's so many people that, but it affected all of these people. Took money from them, took their time, took their dreams and their hopes.
Holy crap!
Yeah, actually.
You are creepy as
Bruh. It's just... It's hard, chat. It's a lot. It's a lot. Gunrun may not be responsible for what happened under his watch. Right, and at least, like, there's that obligation, but, you know, companies work in particular ways. Only certain people have access to certain information, right? So, I don't know how they worked at the top. I don't know their breakdown of, you know, information and how their company worked and their structure. We don't know who's responsible yet. So I urge you all to be patient. Wait for that information to come out, chat. And we will discuss it when it's time. Because right now, we don't know. I agree, Mara. I really thought that Cinder was like the lowest of the low this year, but nope, barely not. And Vshojo taking the cake. I can't believe I'm going to say this, chat, but Vshojo has solidified themselves as being worse than Ninja Sanji. I mean, this is worse than Ninja Sanji, chat. Or at least equal. At least equal, you know, like, holy shit. I mean, it all imploded. Everybody Vshojo was like, I'm out, 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 I'm out. I mean, I'm in shock. I'm really in shock about all this, and I hope the best for everybody affected for it. I hope the best for all of you that are dealing with this mentally and emotionally. I really hope the best for everybody involved. This is just so disappointing. It hurts my heart. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, chat. I don't know what there is left to say at this point. You know, I think there's gonna be more. I think there will be more things that are said, more things that will come out. And I think all we can do right now, chat, is just be patient. Just be patient right now, guys. Wait for everything to happen. Wait for everything to come out. And that's it. That's all we can do, guys. All we can do is wait for all of these things to take place, and that's it. You know, support the talents. Give to charity if you can, guys. You know, we're gonna have an event this weekend, and I'm gonna try to get all that news together for you guys. So, guys, please join me in the Discord if you want to chat about this a little bit more. Appreciate all of you being here. Thank you so much for listening to everything. I try to break it down in easy to digest way. Thank you to my anonymous source for passing along this information. It means a lot, and it is very, if you're listening, thank you for this information. I feel like it helps build a lot of context. I know that we're missing the pieces, so that does help a lot. Guys, we are holding a big event this weekend. I'm gonna end it here just because I do want to focus on making that event really special. We will have news tomorrow, chat. I'm sure we will have more to talk about. Again, this is a developing story. Every day there's going to be more about this.
Also
there's
got
going to be more.
Surprise for you for later, Alara.
Let's go! Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Have a great day. Don't work too hard. And give HR John some love, okay, guys? Bye, everybody.